NJ Ladies Hoop Player of the Week, class of 2024. Go ahead.
I'm Leilani Pinder.
Say it nice and slow and nice and loud and spell it, please.
Leilani Pinder, Leilanipinder.
So tell me the genesis of that beautiful first name, Leilani.
My parents, when they were picking my name out, they couldn't agree on anything. And the one thing they didn't know they wanted was it to be unique and have a nice meaning behind it. And my dad, he found this name, Leilani. It meant heavenly, and it's a Hawaiian name, and they both loved it, so they both decided that was going to be my name.
Do you have any Hawaiian heritage?
No, I don't.
Like, so how was he thinking about Hawaii? Was it like from a movie or any idea?
I think he just heard it. Like, I think he was just out and he heard the name. He's like, oh, I love that name, and brought it back to my mom.
Is there any famous Leilanis besides Leilani Pinder?
I believe there was a basketball player on the New York Liberty, a while ago. I think her name was Leilani.
Okay. I'll have to do some art. I remember Leilani Correa, but I think she's still in college at the University of Miami. Anyway, Leilani Correa, Leilani Pinder, congratulations on being our selectee for NJ Ladies Hoop Player of the Week, in fact. Please, so we're at South Brunswick High School. Who's your head coach?
Coach Johnson.
Oh, great. And do you play travel ball?
I do. I play for Team Elevation, which is coached by Coach Rex Mangrum.
Great. And where's Team Elevation out of? It's not so, it's not as famous as.
We practice out of West Windsor, and a bunch of us are from Central Jersey, and then even some from the shore too.
Oh yeah, cool. So you consider where we are right now? We're in South Brunswick, and what part of the state are we in?
Central Jersey.
Seriously, Central Jersey.
Yeah.
So if we want to go to New York City or Philly, which is closer?
They both they're both pretty close, but I'd say maybe Philly because just New York, the traffic and everything.
Right, but it really is. I mean, it's surprising. We are really in a lot of farm country out here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have do friends of yours have farms and stuff like that, or big hunks of land?
Well, actually, one of my friends used to ride horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it. It's beautiful out here. Mm-hmm. Who's your arch rival at South Brunswick?
For girls basketball, at least it's Monroe.
So you guys play in what conference?
We play in the GMC, the Greater Middlesex.
And you guys have had some pretty good success in the couple years you've been playing. Tell us about that.
My first year I was here, we won the pod championship, and then last year we made it all the way to the finals in GMCs, and we lost to St. Thomas there, and then this year we made it to semifinals for GMCs.
And who did you lose to this year?
Colonia.
That's right, I was at that game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And last year you lost to who?
St. Thomas.
In the final or the semifinal?
The finals.
All right. If you're getting up for a game, who gets you more anxiety? You said, who's your arch rival, Monroe?
Yes.
More than St. Thomas Aquinas?
I guess I consider Monroe more of our rival because they're also a public school.
Fair point.
We're both two big public schools going head to head with each other, yeah. And it's always a back and forth game. They used to beat us pretty bad, but recently we've been getting close games and stuff.
I think that was a great explanation. You're right. It is funny because you're right. It's the rival public school, mm-hmm. But in GMC, I think there's only one Catholic school, right?
Yep, just St. Thomas.
St. Thomas, and everybody hates them.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's just, and also, one of the things I'm learning more and more about you, Leilani, you have a tremendous sense of loyalty. Mm-hmm. So you've been a South Brunswick student forever.
Yes.
You've been a basketball player forever. Mm-hmm. How long have you been part of Team Elevation?
Since their first girls team.
So you're one of the founders practically. How many years ago was that? 4, 5, 6?
I think 2018.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just a beautiful. I suspect probably some private schools even reached out to you about jumping.
No, not really.
Okay, good. It's just great that you say loyal to your public high school. Mm-hmm. And one of the things you said, you have a really small class, right?
No.
How many kids are in your class?
800.
800?
Mm-hmm.
How many of those 800 do you know?
I know most of them. I mean, there's a few that I don't know because we don't cross paths, but I'd like to say I know most of them.
So if you have 800 in a class, this school is 9 to 12?
Yep.
So there's 20. You can see, I went to 5 colleges. 3,200 kids?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But they all know who you are.
I mean, basketball helps, so they know the name.
All right, before we jump into this, your look. I find your look very cool. When I first saw you, and this was probably 4 or 5 years ago, I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But first of all, now you're ripped like Thor. Like back then, you were skinny mini like Bambi, and didn't you? Your hair was long. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Tell us about that, and then what happened to it?
So, I would get my hair done like once a month or like every like 3 weeks, and it take forever.
Every 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was because with basketball it gets pretty messy pretty quick. So
Okay.
then it's not. It doesn't stay as long as like a person who just like sits at home or like doesn't do any active sports. Yes.
Busted. Why are you looking at me? Go ahead.
And so like I was just like, oh, I was tired of just sitting in the salon for an entire day because it would take like 8 hours, and like sometimes appointments would run long, so I'd be there even longer. So I was just,
8 hours for an appointment?
Well, it would just take forever.
Okay.
And so I was like, when I was like, I'm cutting my hair, like I'm not doing this anymore. My mom thought I was joking, and at first I didn't do it, but then like a year later I actually cut it.
Was mom there when you did it?
Well, she took me.
Okay. But when you made that decision, you were locked and loaded. No doubt in your mind.
Yeah.
What did you do with those great pigtails or braids? You didn't save them, did you?
No.
And so now you just got this. Does this look have a look like a name?
Not really. I just got like an undercut and then left like a bunch of hair on the top.
Love it. You think you can do that on mine? You think? I think we got to name it the Pinder.
The Pinder.
I love it. I love the look. So we talked. How tall are you?
5'8".
You just look bigger than 5'8".
That's what I said, but my doctor said otherwise.
Huh. You play bigger than 5'8". What position you play for both the teams, high school and at AAU?
Usually like a 2-3.
2-3, and probably in college more of a 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
Are you more of a shooting guard or a point guard?
This is shooting guard.
Yeah, you really are an offensive specialist. Any nicknames?
I go by Lay with friends, and everybody in school calls me Lay, and my teammates. And then when I'm at home with family or like close family friends, they'll call me Lonnie.
Cool. You have any pets?
I have a dog with my dad. His name is Bentley, and then I just got rid of my other dog, Daisy.
Okay. You got rid of, or did he pass away?
No, we had to give it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. You want to go to college?
Yes, I do.
How long in your life, forget basketball aside, when did you know you wanted to go to college for the academic piece?
I've always wanted to go to college.
So how'd you get the sense of it? Did parents take you on college visits? Did you have relatives, cousins, friends that you kind of even understood what college was?
I guess my mom used to talk about her experience at Rutgers quite often, and I always knew like I wanted to go further my education to like get a good job like my mom and like have a stable income.
So introduce mom. What's her name?
Claudine.
And so she went to Rush. She's a Scarlet Knight.
Yes.
Cool. And what is her cool job? Stable job?
She works at Bank of America. I don't know what she does. It's pretty fancy.
Yeah, she controls America. She's in charge of the country.
Yeah.
You know, she's in charge. That's great. What do you want to do in college?
I want to go study exercise science or kinesiology to become a physical therapist or an athletic trainer.
Whoa, where did that come from?
I've always just loved being active, and I'm always like active myself with sports and like even just in the weight room after school, and I love doing it, so I thought like why not incorporate that in my daily life because it's something I love to do.
You ever talk to the athletic trainers here at South Brunswick?
I talked to the one in the middle school because I love her, Miss Melvin. She's like my favorite person ever because I was injured like a lot in 7th grade with my knees and stuff, so I just spent like half of practice in her office and we just talked for like the entire time.
Is it possible for you to do, I don't know, they call it internships or sessions here with helping with athletic training, or does the school not have that curriculum piece?
Literally, not here, not really, no.
What you want to do? Have you ever talked to an adult besides her that have done it?
No, not really. It's just her.
It's vital.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can get a job anywhere.
Yeah.
You can travel around the world,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and just do that. So let's just jump in. Let's talk about basketball for a minute, Leilani Pinder. What elements of the game do you love the most and why?
I love the team aspect of it. Like, it's like you build a family and they surround you. Like, when you're in a good environment and you have like you have a good team, you have good coaches, it's just amazing. Like, you always have somebody to go to if you're down. You pick them up too. And like the bond on the court and the chemistry, it just makes the whole game fun.
Let me ask you a question. First of all, you're just terrifically articulate, and I love how you don't have extra words in your conversation. When you were a freshman, were you also kind of this confident kid?
No.
No.
I was super quiet.
But now you're signing autographs and you're a rock star. Where did that come from?
I guess I just grew more comfortable. It was really like I was just like a big transition from middle school to high school, so I was pretty quiet my first year because a freshman on varsity, you're not really like supposed to talk much in like a sense, and like I was already like getting playing time, so like I didn't want to overstep my boundaries and stuff like that. Like I eventually grew out of my shell like my sophomore year, and I became more chatty.
Well done, young lady. So when you came into South Brunswick, you pretty much went into the starting varsity team, starting lineup?
I didn't start, but I was like the sixth man. Like me and Meher, we would go like Meher would start sometimes, so we would both interchange. We would get a lot of minutes our freshman year.
She's a great kid too.
Yeah.
What at the college you select? What do you think you're going to contribute to that team as a whole person?
As a whole person, like I am one of the most caring people. Like I'll always be there for anybody who wants to. I like to say I work really hard, and
you have a dimple.
Yeah, I do. I have two dimples.
Oh man. They sell those at the dollar store?
No.
Oh, they look great on you. Keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt. We were talking about what you bring to that team. Go ahead.
No, actually, wait. Funny story about the dimple, really fast.
Go ahead.
I got one of them.
Take your time.
Well, I used to have three, but I like ran into like I think it was a kitchen counter when I was like 2, and like I made a permanent like.
Where was the third one?
I think I used to have like 2 on this side.
Really?
Yeah.
And now it's gone.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll come back. It's a great look. But I'm sorry, and I didn't interrupt you. We're talking about like what things you are going to bring to a college team as a whole person.
I love when I want something, like I'll really work for it. I'll never give up, even if like I don't want to do it anymore. I'll still work as hard as I can to like contribute to what I'm there for. I never like disappointing anybody, so I'll do whatever is needed for me to do.
I suspect coaches really love having you on their team.
Most do.
Yeah, I suspect. What is your number one offensive skill and number one defensive skill?
I like to say I'm a good shooter. A lot of coaches come to me and say I have a really nice shot. And then for defense, I hustle a lot. Like I'm always that person running back, and I'm always going in for the rebound. Like I'm always jumping over people's backs, diving for the ball.
You're totally into basketball.
Yeah.
What do you remember when it kind of clicked in your mind, like why basketball over? I don't care whether it was arts or dance or whatever. How did basketball come into your life?
From like when I was like before I could even like talk, my parents both loved like watching the game.
Yeah.
So I just grew up watching the Knicks, and
all right. They won last night.
They did, yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I had like a little Tykes hoop that I would chew with before I would just chew on a basketball, like the little.
Did you ever do any other activities growing up? Sports or activities?
I did Taekwondo, and I also did track, and I was also in band.
How'd you do in Taekwondo?
I was pretty good. I got up. I was about to my black belt. Like I would have gotten it. I would have been the youngest person in my studio to get a black belt.
Almost a black belt.
Mm-hmm.
Any regrets on that?
No.
Because it was time management. You had to put it into other things.
Yeah, it was either basketball or Taekwondo, and I chose basketball.
Wow. Congratulations on that. And in band, is music part of your life?
Yes, it's a big part of my life. I love music. It's one of my it's my thing that calms me down. I'm always
Wait, say that
to
word.
music.
It's one of the things that what?
That calm me down.
Calms you down. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like if you see me in the hallway, I always have my headphones in. I'm always listening to music. When I'm doing my work, I'm listening to music. Everybody knows I love music.
And are you one of those little earbuds things?
Mm-hmm.
And what are you listening to?
I'm listening to R&B or like hip hop or like some of my mom's old throwbacks. I like to call them.
Right, but her throwbacks probably aren't as old as my throwbacks.
Yeah.
You know, who do some of the artists you like today?
I like SZA, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar.
Are you a singer as well?
I mean, I sing in my own leisure time.
Do you like sing on the bus on the way to games or on the way back when there's a mixtape on or something like that?
I do. I sing, but as a joke. We'll all sing as a team.
Okay. And how about you play any instruments?
I did. I played 2. I played the trombone and a baritone.
Huh. You think you might ever jump back on those? You never know.
I mean, maybe when I get older, but right now, probably not.
You just don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you're really focused on whatever you do it very well.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be fair to say you do pretty good at school?
Yes.
Are you have AP classes and honors classes?
Yes, 3 honors and then 1 AP.
And are you in an honor society or is that next year?
No, I am in the honor society. I was just inducted like a couple months ago.
Now, now, so I'm 150 years old, so back then we only had honor society. But from what I understand, now they have honor societies by academic subjects as well, or it's just one?
For here we just do one big national honor
So
society.
you're in the honor society.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask your GPA?
A weighted 3.8.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 1B every 2 years. Wow. And does an AP class get you college credits?
Yes, it does.
At any college?
Well, I believe so. Most colleges you transfer the credits I have from the Middlesex that I have right now, and I transfer it to there.
Wow. The on average, what's your average amount of doing homework a day or schoolwork? I'm not gonna call it all just homework. Like your studies, your academic piece after school.
Usually I'll come home, like I'll have like a snack, I'll like watch a little TV, and then I'll do some homework before practice, and then I'll go to practice, and I'll come home and finish whatever I have to do left, and then I'll go to sleep.
Like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours? What's about an average?
Like, I'd say like depends on the days. Like some days my classes are harder than the others, so I'll spend like more time. Like on certain days I'll do like an hour, but if I really have to like do a project or I have to study for a test, maybe like an hour and a half.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, well, I don't want to get you in trouble, but here at South Brunswick, is there a particular teacher or staff member or somebody that's just really connected with you and helps you and just
My Spanish teacher from last year.
tell us her name or his name?
Her name is Miss Alonzo.
Okay.
I love her. She last year I was like struggling with her class a little bit because it was like honor Spanish. It's my first year doing it, and she was really understanding. She like pulled me to the side. She even like gave me extra help, and she'd always I love her. Like every time I see her in the hallway, she gives me a hug, and she's always excited to see me. And she always connects with her students, and she like takes them in. Like some teachers, they don't really take time to like know who you are out of class, but she did, and she really asked me like how I was and like really cared about my well-being overall.
Excellent. So you had her last year, not this year.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name again?
Miss Alonzo.
¿Usted habla español?
Yes.
Can you say anything in Spanish? Can you count to 10?
I can count to 10.
Go. Let it rep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Cool. What's your favorite Spanish food to eat or Mexican food?
Quesadillas.
I like it. Way to go. So when did you understand, let's get back to college a little bit and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
When did you realize that you can go to college and play basketball? Because you said you want to go to college forever.
I realized maybe like my sophomore year. That's what I wanted to do.
Was that kind of exciting that you could have your cake and eat it to do both things at a high level?
Yeah, it was.
Now, when you travel around, let's just say pretend mom's not listening to what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Of the places you travel to, is there a certain part of the country you said, wow, I can imagine myself going to school here?
I liked like the city part. Like Spooky Nook is really isolated, and I don't really like going there. I wouldn't probably go to, but
Yeah.
when we went to the city parts like Scranton, I liked how it was a city and there's a bunch of kids walking around. I like places like those.
Yeah, Scranton, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The Scranton Royals.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, great program. They're one of the best D3 programs in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Coach O'Brien?
No.
I think so. Let me keep going here. I'm sorry, one of my employees is calling. Please repeat me your name, your high school coach, your AAU team, and your AAU coach, and you're in school.
I'm Leilani Pinder from South Brunswick High School. I'm a junior.
A little bit, just say it all a little slower, please.
So, I'm Leilani Pinder from South Brunswick High School. I'm in the class of 2024. My coach here at South Brunswick is Coach Johnson. And then for AAU, I play for Team Elevation, and that's coached by Rex Mangrum.
So are you one of the players that, do you have different coaches as well? Do you have a strength and conditioning coach? Do you have a shooting coach? Do you have a conditioning coach? You have all, are you really into it?
Yes, I have a shooting coach, and then I had gone to a couple of different, maybe one or two strength things with Coach Dante.
Are you getting up shots every day?
Yes, normally.
Yeah, and do you have different gyms you can get to, or a hoop at your house?
Oh, I have a hoop outside my house.
Excellent, excellent. What has been in your path of your basketball journey? Well, first of all, do you follow the WNBA at all?
Not really.
Okay. I didn't know if you had a favorite player there. Have an NBA favorite player?
I like Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's still playing?
Yeah, he's on the Knicks. He doesn't get much playing time anymore, but I loved him when he was playing last year.
Do you remember where he played college?
No, I
Not
don't.
Michigan. I'm old. What has been your biggest basketball obstacle to get to
Um,
where you are now?
there was just one year where I was like in I wasn't progressing or anything. I was just like at a flat, and like it was really challenging. And like I wanted to quit. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong for me to like get past this hump. Like I was in a shooting like slump. It just wasn't a like good year of basketball, but like that was probably one of my most challenging years because I really was like I wanted to give up at one point because of how like challenging it was as a whole.
Do you ever remember what year in school that was?
Um,
And was it was it a high school period
was-
or an AAU period?
it was more AAU.
Okay.
It was like in like 7th grade and like into 8th grade where I really just didn't want to play anymore because I was like having a lot of trouble with like just developing myself.
Hey, that happens.
Mhm.
So what did you do to get through it? How'd you get through it? Do you remember?
It was like my mom had a lot to do with that. She was like, I'm here with you, like if you want to stop, I'll support you with that, but I really think you should keep going. And like she pushed me. She always pushes me, and it really helped that she was there by my side, and she like helped me when I needed help, and she got me the extra help when I asked for it.
And then you found the magic again.
Hmm.
There you go. Could we talk about some of your life influences? Who's your greatest influence in life, basketball-wise?
Like a player.
It could be an influence, a role model. It could be a player, whatever you decide.
Could it be like a coach?
Anything you want.
I guess Coach Rex really inspires me.
Talk about Coach Rex.
Rex is like a rare coach you'll like get.
Just to refresh for people, Rex is your AAU coach for Team
Elevation.
Go ahead.
Rex, like, he's a rare coach. Like, a lot of coaches.
You say rare?
Yes.
I like that word. Good.
He really cares for us. Like, it's even off the court. Like, you don't get that much, like, in high school or AAU. Like, sometimes coaches will just be there to win, and, like, that's all they want for you. But Rex really sees us for, like, our future. He gets his connections. He, like, puts in a lot of his time and effort into, like, helping us learn himself how to be better as a coach. And a lot of coaches don't take time to do that. They think that they're perfect and they won't change what they're doing, but he really takes time to learn what he needs to change from his like perspective as a coach and what he needs to do for us to improve our game. And I really love how he dedicates all of his time to us, and like he could be doing a lot of other things, but he's in the gym with us till 10 p.m. helping us get ready for tournaments.
You know, it's cool that you're recognizing him. I think it's a great selection. Got to interview him a few weeks ago. This is what, like, year 10 or 11 of Team Elevation?
Mm-hmm.
And year maybe 4, 5, 6 of girls?
Yeah.
You know, so his kids are way out of this.
Yes.
To your point, is he really is doing it to support his
Yeah.
players
Mm-hmm.
for all the right reasons.
Yes.
And he has even the key to the building. He runs the lights. He's in charge of everything. That's a great shout out to Coach Mangrum. And your greatest life influences off the court?
My mom, definitely.
Talk about her. What's her name?
Claudine.
All right. Talk about her.
Well, like growing up, it was really just me and her for like the longest time because my dad, he just wasn't really there, and she always did what was needed to be done for me. Like she made so many sacrifices for me. She would work like a full job and still like come get me at the end of the day and put a smile on her face for me, even if she was struggling a lot. And she always, like, no matter how hard it was, she always provided for me and found a way to make sure I was able to do the things I wanted to do.
That's cool. So it's generally been you and her in the house, right?
Yeah, my grandparents live with us.
Okay, but I mean, like if someone left the refrigerator door open, you can't blame anybody else generally, right? Or if there's a mess in the sink.
Sometimes I do.
No, but you can't blame your grandparents.
I used to.
But I mean, it's an interesting navigation of life. I'm from a family of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Never been the only onesie. I
Yeah.
have no idea what it's like, but it's got to be. Now we're raising a grandson.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of him. You know, he gets lots of attention,
Yeah.
but he also can't hide.
Yeah.
You know, that's really cool. Please repeat your name, your graduation year, your high school, your coaches, AU coaches.
My name is Leilani Pinder. I'm the class of 2024. I go to South Brunswick High School. I'm coached by Coach Johnson. And for AAU, I play for Team Elevation and coached by Coach Rex Mangrum.
And your South Brunswick team, their nickname is the
Vikings.
And which conference are you guys in?
The GMC, the Greater Middlesex.
And which color are you in?
Red division.
Right, which is the top.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys have really been pretty good for a couple quick hitters. What skill are you working hardest on right now?
My handling, my ball handle.
Ball handling, be a guard. Cool. What are your top 3 things you're looking for in a college, not just academically? That's outside of basketball?
I look for size. Like I want to make sure like it's not too big.
Oh, did I ask you the question how big this school is?
Oh, I think so. I think.
Go ahead, just say it again.
There's 800 people in my class and about like 3,200 kids in the school.
That's the greatest. That's bigger than most towns here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, are you looking for a college of that size? Bigger,
or
small?
I would do a little bigger than this, just because I've already gone to high school with it. This is like my normal, so I feel like if I went a little bit bigger than that, it wouldn't be like horrible. But I don't want to go too big.
Okay, what else? Non-basketball wise in a college that you're looking for?
I do want to make sure there's good food on campus.
Yes, young lady. Yes.
I'm a big food person.
Oh, geez, I wish I
picky.
knew that. We would take the whole time the interview.
And then I also location. I don't want it to be in the middle of nowhere.
So you like a little activity, a little life here. Now, what do you consider South Brunswick? Is this, this school, there's green grass and trees everywhere, but there's got to be busier parts of South Brunswick too, right?
Not really, but we do have like Princeton right next to us, so that's always nice to go to.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful school. Oh, what are the three things you're looking for at college, university, basketball-wise?
I want to make sure the team is like, they're like a family, they're like a unit, they're not really separate or like divided through egos and stuff. I want to make sure it's like a really like safe place to be in and not toxic. I do like coaches who are like really connect with the players and like they care about them like regardless of how they're like performing like on the court, but like even off the court they care about that stuff too, like academics, because that's very important for me too. And I guess I also want to go to a team that's like they're a fast team, like they run fast, like they're always like they like fast tempo games,
Yep.
not like slow teams that like to hold back and stuff like that.
When you talk about just to skip back about a team, a nice, cohesive team that works together and all that, and also a coach that's supportive all the way through, can you see that when you visit campuses? How do you see that?
Just like some of the ways like I talk to like coaches, like I can tell like if they really are like true and they're being like authentic with what they're saying, or if they just like want you because they want their team to be better.
Interesting. I guess back to again, Coach Rex, who you talked about, he just was totally into his girls and his team.
Yeah.
You could kind of like almost make sort of some comparison, go like, okay, this coach is shoveling a little bit, or this coach is really sincere. Interesting. Do you have a distance away from home that that mom's gonna let you go?
She would like me to stay on the East Coast.
Oh, East Coast. Okay. Can you imagine being south like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours away from home?
I'd say probably the furthest I go is Virginia.
All right,
North
excellent.
Carolina.
So what did you want to study in school again? I'm sorry if I asked you this before.
Exercise science.
Which is?
It's like just like the study of like movement for humans, and like I want to go into physical therapy or to be an athletic trainer with that.
Gotcha. So you could study that discipline, and then at some point, maybe for a master's, go off into physical therapy or athletic training.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So we just wrap up here. You said you were in 3 honors classes, 2 AP classes. Your GPA is?
3.8.
Awesome. College major. We talked about exercise physiology of that. Just talk about you. It seems like clearly your schedule doesn't allow you to have a lot of free time. What is your kind of your downtime sort of thing?
Well, I used to go out with my friends. Like when I have a minute, like
Right.
I'll go with like my friend and I'll hang out. We go to the movies, the mall, and like we went to Six Flags the other weekend.
Right. Rumor has it you got a thing for music.
I do.
Tell us about that. But a unique thing, a different thing.
I have like a setup in my room. Like it's a turntable. It's like a
what?
DJs use a turntable.
Did you learn about that in history class?
No.
A turntable?
Yeah.
That's my era. Go ahead, keep going.
But my uncle, like a couple years ago, I just happened to be in his warehouse and he was like just playing around with his because he's a DJ, and I was like, that's really cool. So I started getting into that. He taught me a couple of things, and then for my 16th birthday, he actually bought me my own, like, and I've been using that for like free time and stuff. I love doing that. It's like my escape.
So are you buying records and listening? Are you buying records?
No, basically it's all based off the computer.
Oh.
Like they digitalized it. Like you get the songs, you connect it to your computer, you get the songs, you pull them, and then like they'll go into like the decks.
Say it one more time. You get this music off the songs off of the computer.
And then like you just like pick which one, and it will load up into the decks.
The decks?
Yeah, it's like the two like like how like DJs have like the two like the deck here and then the deck here.
No, but I'm old. Just work with me. But
No.
but how does that tie in with the turntable?
Oh well, I have a turntable, just like I have a record record player.
Yeah.
And then I have like my DJ thing.
Can you meld them together?
I haven't tried that.
Okay. But are you buying records to listen to them?
I do have my own, like I buy records for my record player, yeah.
Now, do you tell your friends you have a record collection and they look at you like you have three heads?
Actually, one of my other friends does have a record player too.
But come on. That's I don't know, you call that retro? You're coming full circle? I mean, I grew up on records.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't even know they're still making them. So that's really. And have you done DJing? Have you gone with your uncle, done some shows and stuff?
Well, he keeps asking me to go, but every time every time he asks, I have a tournament, or like I'm just too scared to go.
Come on, you could do it.
No, I could. It's just like that's a lot of pressure. I'm trying to like relax on a Friday night, not be judged by a bunch of high schoolers like as I'm DJing their prom or something.
Yeah, just put a mask on or something. Anyway, you got the goods, young lady. Last thing as we want kind of wind up here is our NJ Ladies Hoop Player of the Week, Miss Leilani Pinder, South Brunswick High School, Team Elevation. Tell us some things about. Well, first of all, for a basketball game, I don't care whether it's a high school or AAU. Do you have any pregame or postgame traditions?
I always listen to music before a game.
And do you have the same song, same mixtape you're listening to, or same genre, or what do you?
It depends what I'm in the mood for. If I'm in the mood for something like even slow music, like a couple years ago, I listened to like the Frozen song "Into the Unknown."
Yeah.
It was just like a thing for my team, and it was like the slowest song in the world, but it got us all hyped up when we were singing it, like Elsa and everything. We were just screaming in the locker room and on like the bus ride to the games, and it was stupid, but like it got us like really like hyped up for the game and excited for it.
Are you in charge of the music for the team?
Usually we split it between like 3 of us.
That's kind of cool. That's a nice honor. And how about after a game? Any like, or before a game, do you do anything clothing wise? Do you wear, use the same sneakers, everything? Because I know you're a sneakerhead person.
I always choose which basketball shoe I want. Like if I'm feeling, I go through each of them. I'm like which one is giving me the best vibes right now, and I'll just take which one I'm feeling.
So Mom shared earlier on that you have quite an array of sneaker collection, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to even ask you how many, or people go, like how many? You must have certain sneakers that are game sneakers and non-game sneakers. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Yeah, I have these same old duds for the last 15 years. How many are you picking from?
For basketball?
Yeah.
Like 8.
8.
Yes.
And you'll rotate. There's certain ones, like you said, you're just getting a feeling for it.
Yeah.
And are you picking it out the night before, the morning of? When?
Usually like if I'm going away, I'll do like before I'm packing. I'll even bring 2 pairs sometimes. But like for school games, I'll pick that morning.
All right. And how about after a game? You win.
Usually I don't really have like a post game. I just kind of like get food and then go to sleep.
Anything special that you like? 'Cause you said you're a foodie. Come on, kiddo.
Sometimes I reward myself with sushi.
Oh, there you go. Sushi or California roll?
Well, I get like yellow avocado, but I also get California rolls and like shrimp tempura.
Nice. Do you put the ginger on it and the?
No, I hate ginger.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it was
love
good to
that.
my mom.
What?
We're so opposite. My mom was like extra ginger, and I'm like, I don't want any ginger.
I love that. It burns your nose like that. How about the wasabi sauce?
No.
No.
I hate spice.
You hate spice. Oh, cool. All right. Please, last thing, repeat your name, your high school coach, your graduation year, your AAU team, your AAU coach.
I'm Leilani Pinder. I go to South Brunswick High School. I'm a junior, the class of 2024. I'm coached by Coach Johnson, and my AAU team is Team Elevation, coached by Rex Mangrum.
Miss Pinder, I've had my eye on you for several years. I think you're a very intriguing, dedicated, loyal player. You're the type of kid I'd want on my team. You just get it. You're in it for the long haul. You're definitely not in it for your own stats and all that. But you clearly are a basketball player, and have a great spring and summer for Team Elevation. And if you roll in next year, you roll into high school and then off to college. Best wishes, Leilani Pinder. Congratulations
Thank you for
being
having
selected NJ Ladies Hoop Player of the Week.